Hey there. Good evening. This is Bernae Flournoy. Thank you for joining. We are painting this lovely little simple hat today. We're going to keep it very simple and keep it moving today. I know that I need to share my screen uh, and share my painting station, but just want to welcome you in. Thank you so much for joining. So glad to have you in my studio. Once again, this is Bernae Flournoy, art teacher by day, portrait painter by night, paint party instructor, and art kit maker on the weekend. Welcome to the Painted Pose. This is the studio once again. We've been painting the past couple of days. The Canvas Club is opening up, so we want you to join. And if that's not for you, please like and share this video with someone that you know they put off being creative. They raised the children, did the career, but now they want to give themselves an opportunity, to do something that they want, to take a few art lessons, take a few classes. And, we don't want to overwork you over here. We just want to do some fun, cute painting designs, but you're learning the basic principles of art as you're going along. So you could join my paint party lovers tips for new painters group. That's what I'm trying to say. My Facebook group, paint party lovers tips for new painters. It just didn't roll off at that point, but join my group, you know, check me out and see if you like my style. And then, join the Canvas Club. We want to make sure you have the designs online. Okay, there are a couple of levels, and it's a new club, so we're getting things together. So I've got a basic idea. I want us to paint once a month. I want to give you some art tips and some tools and materials. And, we'll have a couple of challenges and just minimal homework just to help you improve your skills. Okay. We know that you want to join for the fun of it. So there's no pressure. If you can't make it live, catch the replay. It'll be there for you. We just want to make sure that you know that you're in a good, safe space uh, to share where you are as you're going along your creative journey. All right. So that's that. Now, this is one of the smaller canvases. Let me show you the larger one. Okay. This is one that would be a little bit larger. So it depends on your painting style, your painting needs. We're just starting small, and you can definitely start off online. All right. So, replay viewers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you in time for the giveaway? I am glad you asked. Now, on the website, thepaintedpose.com, there is a giveaway uh, page that you can go and sign up for. I think you need to put your name. I don't know if I'm asking for your address there. I may have to revamp that. I need your name and your phone number and your email. If it's a quick download, okay, I'm going to give five custom downloads. Okay. It could be your name or your favorite quote or your power word of the year. Okay. 5 downloads. Let me make sure that we are, because my secretary's not here. Okay, my secretary's not here now. I've got all of these things. Let me make sure I put that down. 5 downloads. Okay, so this is Wednesday, January 23rd. And of course, that would go to the first 5 people. So if you're catching the replay, that doesn't mean that you missed out. 5 downloads, January 23rd. All right, so I want to make sure I have that written. 5 downloads and 5 tracing. Now this, we're in the studio. We use this. Yours will be folded up like such, but it won't have all those lines on it, right? All of those lines just simply means that we've used it, and you can use it multiple times before, all the graphite gets off of it. But this is a good tool to have. And if you printed off the download, let me show you from the painting from yesterday. This is from yesterday. If you were to just get the download, you could place it on your canvas, okay, your blank canvas, of course. Tape it down. I highly recommend that. Then trace. Well, first of all, you need to put the tracer. Okay, I'm showing you the dull side. The shiny side is the graphite. You stick this up underneath the paper carefully because graphite is like dirt, you know? So you want to get that on your canvas and then, you know, of course, just trace it. I trace it with, you know, a pencil, or I could trace it with the tip of a brush. You don't necessarily need it to be super sharp. If you want the line a little bit thicker, then use something that's a little bit thicker. And if you want it thin, of course, you can use a ballpoint pen or a pencil. All right. So that was our giveaway time. I need to have maybe, you know, let me see if I could come up with something that says giveaway over here. Now that we're all up in here together, let me go to the comments and let me type in giveaway. Let me see if I can put that. So we know that was our section. Giveaway. 5. What did we say? 5. What did I say? 5 downloads. I might have to check the replay myself. 5 downloads. And 5 tracers, graphite. Tracing sheets. I better call it what it is. All right, tracing sheets. All right. So we're putting that in the chat. We just added it and there we go. So then it is like documented on the video, okay, for you and for me. All right. So I'm so glad to get started. I even have my paint already opened up, ready to go. And this is just regular schmegular Craft Smart and Apple Barrel paint. Here we go. I'm looking for it. It's always right here. Always right here. Craft Smart by Michaels. Okay. And this says it's satin acrylic. Matte. And then this specifically says matte for the Apple Barrel. So I have the larger containers because, you know, we sling a lot of paint around here. You know, with the paint parties and such, we got to have the stuff for the people. So you can get the smaller container, right? And I'm going to need to do like Bob Ross, list off what my basics are in these containers. I think it's just a bright red. Of course, I don't have that there. Note to self, make sure we do that in the future. This is a bright blue. I love that bright blue. And then they have the bright yellow. Okay, even Craft Smart calls it a bright yellow. Let me tilt it down. Okay, are we in the right spot? Okay, bright yellow. And yeah, I don't like the other yellows. This one here I have, this is probably why I haven't used it. This one here is a little bit more pale. I like the bright yellow, bright blue, bright red, and then the pink could be any one of the pinks. I think it's called magenta. The one that I really do use a lot is magenta. So I'm going to have to take a page from Bob and make sure I have that up here. Let me just talk real calm, real soft. Okay. So just so you know, Bob is here over in the studio. And let me go ahead and get the mail out because we know it takes a moment for the notifications to go out. Okay. But I don't like for you to just sit here and just, I'm staring, you're staring, I'm staring, and you're staring. Honey, we dive right on in. I want to hear from you. Let me know some things that you'd like to see coming up. It's the winter season. Valentine's is around the corner. And then, of course, the whole spring theme of things. So pop in my inbox. You can do that easily by going to thepaintedpost.com/download. You can grab this week's downloads. Okay. Now I'm holding this up. You will not grab this canvas this time. I'll do that. Maybe I'll do a giveaway tomorrow for the canvas. Okay. So hop on the email list. And those that are already on the email list, you should have gotten an email reminder just before this broadcast started. Grab these downloads and come on and paint. Now the replays, I'll probably leave them up for a while. Maybe, maybe forever. I don't know. Because there's so many other paintings that we will be creating. I'm going to set these things aside. I'm going to show you how you can join me here in a moment. I've already sent myself the invitation, so I want you to join me. And then we're going to get started, okay? So thank you so much for joining. And like I said, replay viewers, go ahead and fast forward to the good stuff, all right? So the commercial time is over and done. Let me plug in my mic. I didn't change my water. Might need to do that. But we're ready. Okay, so I already sent myself. Well, let me get out of there. All right, I already sent myself my StreamYard invitation, right? I'm going to click on that. And inside of my StreamYard invitation, here's something that says, here is your link. Click on that. All right. Here, you're coming into the StreamYard studio. Now, you're going to have to enter your name, just your first name or your nickname or something like that. And then you click enter the studio. So this is my paint cam, and I'm not going to click it here. You see me twisting and turning everything. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my tripod. Get your things. Come in. Even if you don't have anything except crayons. Okay. Well, they say, don't play with me. You can get a lot done with crayons. So come on. Join me. Grab some supplies and let's hit it. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in and enter the studio. I've already shared my screen, so you know what's going on there. Oh boy. This is taking up a lot of our real estate over here. Oh, okay. Well, please do not fall off during live. Oh, that looks like what you want to do. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know why we didn't have you there to begin with. But anyway, there we are. This is from yesterday. Look at that cute painting. This one is from yesterday, and this would be the download that's available. All right. Since we're showing, might as well show what we did the day before. You know what? I am so sorry. I'm thinking you're seeing. Did I enter the studio? Come on now. Did I enter the studio though? Yeah, I didn't even enter the studio. You will not be part of the broadcast if you don't enter the studio. And you'll be wondering, like me, what's going on. There we go. All right. Once again, from the top, Bob. This is what we painted yesterday. Painted yesterday. Isn't that lovely? Just so much fun. And you Feel free to change the colors however you like. These really work because of that red, yellow, blue. This is the primary colors, but this could be pink. The background could be purple, it could be black, it could be white. Change it however you'd like. This is what we painted the day before. Chocolate, hot chocolate, and this download is still available. Okay, so we're just stacking these up over here. This is what we're painting tomorrow. Okay, got a little heart on here. Another cup of hot chocolate, but it's a little bit different. Honey, just so cute. I couldn't decide. So why not paint them both? So let me set this down. Let me make sure we not leave that blank over there. Okay, so let me make sure we're in the right spot. There we go. Oh, that's so much better. Good. So we've got our paint, we've got our water, we have you. Let's get started. You know what? We need to share. I'm forgetting. Oh, Lord, please, please let this not be dramatical. Here we go, y'all. That's one. That's wonderful. Here we go. Now that's wonderful. But I have to remove myself. I don't get it, y'all. This makes absolutely no sense. There we go. Now I don't know. Well, we have to go all around the world to make this happen. And why can't I have it larger? See, then it makes me on here and not my shared screen. Okay, here we are. Here we go again, right? Then you can't see what we're painting. It's the same thing. Okay, so we'll take that, the shared screen. Why can't it be larger? This is why I'm so confused. All right, we'll have to take what we have and keep it moving. Once again, thank you so much for joining. This is Bernaid Flournoy. I am going to pop off of here right quick. Art teacher by day, portrait painter by night, paint party instructor, art kit maker on the weekend. And now, you know what? I don't have it on yet, but I'm gonna have art coach on here. What? I'm gonna be an art coach. I'm gonna be somebody's art coach. Okay, somebody's art auntie. What? So that's what's coming up, and I'm so excited about it. I was told that years ago, but I just couldn't, I was like, let me just teach these children at the schoolhouse and keep it moving. But now, as they say, I'm coming into my own. So I'm on here painting, giving lessons, giving tips, real authentic tips. But this is kind of like a little bit of paint by number, a little bit. Y'all, my hands are right there. Why am I not seeing it? Is there a difference? Now I'm curious, what are you seeing? I have the canvas here. Did the phone freeze? I bet you. Is there a call or something coming through? Is that better now? Okay. All right. I must have hit the screen for some reason. Good thing we did check that out before we started painting, because I would have thought that you were right here with me, and that was not the case. All right. I think we're okay now. We're going to go back and switch those screens. I forgot what I was saying, but anyway, without further ado, let's throw around some paint. And this one is going to be a quick, fast one. And I'm going to use a little bit of that kind of wet on wet technique where I am adding a lot of water to the canvas and just kind of blending it out. And you'll see that the reference kind of lends itself to that. Okay, so it's not a lot of detail, and that's okay. It's a sweet, simple painting. You can have any variation, just an antique type of feel. And this, this is for the pink and purple girls. All right, so I might add a little bit of that in here as we're working. So these are just suggestions. Go for it. Okay, I love that I could maybe pop right here again. These are suggestions, okay? This is not written in stone. Be creative. Now, you as a new painter might start off very strict according to the reference image, and that is okay. But gradually, you'll want to add your own flavor, okay? Add your own sauce to it. It's okay. Do I need to write down that I need to give you artistic license? Look at this. I'm going to have to take my glitter pen and give you artistic license. I need a permission slip. Let me get that out here. I need to write that down for you. And I need to give you a certificate of artistic license. Now, let me put a certificate down there. We need to get that on and popping, so we'll have that in our download. Now we're done. We're done being silly. All right, so let me hide that. Let me go back to thepaintedpose.com. We're going to go ahead with our larger brush. I'm going to go ahead and start adding water back there. Oh, my brush is dry. Okay, so now it's picking up. All right, let's add a little bit of water back here. I think we're going to go with a nice kind of pink hue background. And we've got a pretty good amount of water here. And we're going to try to move quickly because of the lights. And look, I'm painting. You don't see the reference. You're just seeing me looking at it. Now let's see if we want to go through that. We could do that. We could do that. You can do that. It's been a moment since we've done this view. Okay, this is not bad. Let me make sure we've got enough water all along the edges so I have a shiny surface. So the water is right on top. So when I add my paint, and I'm just painting wet water along the outline of the hat. All right. Now the kids love wet on wet. All right. So let's go ahead. Add that down here. And here I am. I've got to stand up again, guys. I just like to see what's going on. Okay. So that quickly kind of changes the mood a little bit. Let me get a little bit more. Now, if that's not light enough for you, go ahead and add a little bit of white. Then it'll start to become a little bit more opaque. And what I'm trying to make sure I'm doing, I'm just moving this paint around. I'm getting a little bit more. Let me move this chair. I'm moving this paint around. And you know what? I don't believe that I shared on social media that I was live. So I guess people will catch the replay. All right, I'm going right along this edge right here. And you might say, well, Brene, what are you doing? Just kind of playing in the paint right now. Just kind of seeing which way I want to go with stuff. And I'm just going to say I'm warming up. doing my little warm-up exercises. All right, I kind of like that. Now, let's see what else we want to do. I think I want to add just a little white to that. Why? Because I think I want it to be a little more opaque in some of these areas. Okay. Do I want the brush strokes? I may. Okay, so the white paint with the magenta. All right, so that's kind of giving us like a little baby pink. Let me make sure I have all of the edges covered. Okay, that way you don't really have to deal with the frame. Now, I suggest painting on the sides as well. All right, I'm trying to see if I want to add a few more drops of water. Excuse me, so that the background can kind of feel like a little watercolor. I'm going to add just a little bit more of this down here. And you can have like a little ombre feeling too. All right, I'm just smoothing this out a little bit. And if you want, you don't have to. You can have the brush strokes back here if you want, so folks know that you did paint this. I'm just going back around this curve. Because remember, I added a little bit of white, so now it's a little bit more opaque. All right. And how about this? If you just wanted to come through and do a little bit of scribble, why not? All right. So we have just gone through here. And that needs to dry. I'm going to clean my brush out. I think we're done with the pink. We could, excuse me, we could really get up in there. Now let me share the reference. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm on the wrong screen. So look at that purple. All right, that's kind of fun. All right, so let's come on back. And let's keep moving. Let me put myself on mute and get this hair dryer going, okay? So hold on one second. And you know what? I really do need to share this. I need to share this. All right, hold on one moment. All right. We're letting that cool off just a little bit. And I just realized I was wondering what was going on. Here we are. One of my studio lights was not on. I'm like, what's going on? Now things are a little bit better. I understand better now. So there we go. Let's aim this down just a little bit so you don't get that sliver of bright white light there. All right. So now this is cooling off a little bit. All right. It's cool to the touch. So it has dried. Because I'm like, when I hold it up, it should be a little bit lighter here. So now we got a little texture in here, just something a little funky, wild. If we needed to go back over that, we could. I like that soft kind of watercolor feel back there. All right. I think I want some purple back over here. Now I really like mixing things up. So I'm tempted to go right on in here and get this purple from Dollar Tree. But I think I will mix my own right here. So you know you can do it too. So yes, this is good and dry. So I am going to do 3 parts to 1. It depends on what shade you want, but that's where we kind of start. So I get 3 scoops, 1, 2, 3 of the pink or the magenta. It may be fuchsia, depends on, what company you get, but it's like a medium pink. And then 1 part of the blue, 3 parts of the light, 1 part of the dark, and the dark I put off to the side and I just gradually mix it in. So watch me as I do that. Let me wet this brush. Okay, let me wet it again. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put it right here. You see, whoop, good gracious alive. We won't need a lot, but I'm showing you what we are scooping out. So I'm doing 1, 2. I'm just going to say that was 2 I get. And then 3, okay? I really did get out a lot. So I'm just mashing it out in that general area so I don't have to clean my brush. And then I'm going in and I'm getting 1 scoop of the blue, and I'm just going to put it off to the side. And then I'm going to take what I have in my brush already, and I'm just going to mix that into the pink that I have. Okay, let me get a little bit closer here. You should see the color start to change. All right. Oh, we did get real close to that camera. So I'm going to get a little bit more of that blue, add a little bit more here. And it looks like that is a nice purple. Okay. So I'm pressing it out here because I don't want a whole lot. All right. Now, let me come back to my reference. I'm coming straight on in here with this good old dark purple. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of water, and I'm coming right on up here. Just a little bit of water. Okay. Coming on. And I'm just taking the corner of that brush. Okay. So here we go. Right up underneath here. All right. I'm going right on up underneath. All right. So now we're going to go right on down here. Am I going to pick up a little bit more? I am. Just a little bit more water. We're going right on down here. Who knew that you could add a little bit of water? All right. And I'm just kind of scrubbing that in. I'm blending it. And this is a really tough, hard kind of bristle brush. You may have one that's a little softer. This is my workhorse. All right. So I am going to go in and I'm just going to blend this out here. I'm going to get just another smidge of this acrylic and I'm just going to blend this out. I'm going to smooth this out so that can dry. All right. And we're coming way down here on this little lip right here. And then we're going to come in on here on this side. Okay. Let's grab just a little smidge of water. Okay. All right. And then that three-dimensionality should start kicking in a little bit. What if you wanted the whole hat purple? That's my feeling right now. That's what I'm feeling down in my little shanana. Let's go ahead and make the whole thing purple. How about that? Doesn't have to be super. Oh, let's get that little, I'm going to say dried paint dust out of there. I am enjoying this. Okay, let's go ahead and add a little bit more. All right, y'all. Now, I should have probably let this first layer dry. But that's okay. We can still do what we need to do right here. Now, we're going to let this dry after I smooth things out the way I want it. Ooh, that's another little piece of dried. Okay. All right. So that's kind of coming along there. This is nice and smooth. We're just going in smoothing this out. All right, I'm going to hit this with the dryer. I really do need to just maybe pull a little bit. I just wet my napkin just a little bit because I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right back here and pull out some of these light areas. Okay. Look at here. I'm smoothing this with my finger just a little bit. But it's really still very wet. Okay. And I'm lifting off some of it with my finger. Okay. Now this may not be traditional, but this is one of those little tips, y'all. So I'm drying my finger. Like I said, just to kind of keep with the three-dimensionality. I like the little pink in the background. I am going to add a little bit of blue in there to help pop things, but let's dry this off. Okay. Hold on. Let me mute. I didn't mute, did I? I thought I muted. All right. So it's cooling off a little bit. We're just going to let that. Ooh, let's go ahead and do some of that. We're just cooling that off just a smidge. Okay. Now, these lines, you can go back in with a Sharpie. You know, you can go back over with blue, green, whatever color that you like. Of course, the black. I'm just glad to have some lines on here for guidance. Now, when you're working with a tracer and you're printing this onto your canvas, you might really appreciate the light lines because then you can just maneuver a little bit more. I'm just trying to make sure this is maneuver a little bit more in the realistic realm. Okay, this is still kind of cutesy. All right, we're coming right on in here with some more of this purple. All right. And we're coming right on back up in here. All right. We're just going to come right on over here. And we're blending this part out right here. This kind of helps it feel a little more three-dimensional. Okay. All right. And because this kind of curves in here a little bit. And this is a good thing about the acrylic. Okay. I'm just kind of blending this up just a little bit. And I'm coming right on over. All right. Just to blend that in. You can layer it up a little bit. That's what I like too. All right, I'm getting just a little bit more on my brush right here. And I'm going right along the groove of the hat. Okay, to give it a little bit more of a three-dimensional feel. Nothing, you know, to write home about. Now, we're just going to go down up in here just a little bit, just to say we have added a little bit more color over here. All right, so now let's hit it with the dryer again since I didn't turn it off before. All right. Now, once again, I want this to cool off just a bit because if I go right on in there with the paint, wherever it's still warm, that paint will not blend. Okay. Sometimes that might be a good thing, but most of the time you want this stuff to blend on out. So I still have a little bit of that violet that we mixed up. So I'm coming on in here. I think I'm going to come into one of these ridges here. I don't know if you see it happening. Okay, let me bring this close. I wonder if you see that area happening right there, just adding a little bit more shading right there. And then we're going to add a little bit of this blue, and we're going to leave it alone. Let's make sure that's good and dry. Okay. Oh, excuse me. You know what? Let me let that cool. And while I'm letting that cool, let me make sure I am sharing this out right fast. Yes, we are almost finished. Let me go to my channel. Oh, please don't play. Okay, good. Let me get my channel. Control C. All right, I don't need that anymore. Okay. Like I said, I just want to get in there and add some of that shading. Okay. So this one is simple and easy, and it's just light and fun. And this hat could be any color that you want. We're going to go pop it with a few little accents here in just a moment. Let me right. Let me go right on over here. Uh-oh. Is that Sherry? Uh-oh, is that tab Sherry? Let me click. Oh, look. I'm over here doing some things that I normally do not do. Well, it won't let me. Well, I guess I can't see what's going on over there. Nope, it will not let me do it. So we will not worry about sharing. So now this is, let me make sure. Yep, this is cooled off. Because if I don't lift it off of that surface, that heat gets trapped back there and it still stays warm. So that's why you see me kind of doing that. All right, let's go in and pop it with a little bit of none other than yellow. Okay, a little bit of yellow, and then maybe we'll pop it with a little bit of blue. Why yellow? Because purple and yellow. Woo. So let me just make sure I just have some just on the tip. And we just wanted to make sure everything was definitely dry. Why this? Why not? Okay, let's make sure. Do I have any white? Let's make sure that white is also right on the tip. Boop. Let me make sure I've got plenty more white right here. All right. I probably should have made sure that pink was really, really embedded around the little grooves of the hat here. All right, so we got a little bit of that going. We're going to add a little bit of blue back over here. I'm going to get just a little bit of that. I'm going to water that down just a little smidge. Make it a little bit more. Okay. So we just want to pop it just a little bit. I'm going to pop it just a little bit right here. Okay. Right. Maybe a little bit back over here too. And I might need to go around this edge right here. Okay, just a little bit of that blue, not a lot. Try to see where I really want it to be placed. Just a quiet little bit. It'll come on up here too. Bring that on down. So I don't know if you see it. It's very subtle. Let me go back and pick up a little bit more. Okay, so we might be able to come on up in here. Let's get a little bit more on this plate. All right, so now I'm just gonna pick up just a few little blue little areas here. And I probably have too much in my brush. That's okay. You know, we have a little bit of artistic license. All right, we'll come over here and put a few down here as well. And I'm just going to come right on over here on this edge. All right, let's get just a little bit of water. We're just gonna, let me clean my brush out and just add a little bit of water. All right. Okay, so we got a little pop of blue over here. A little bit, just a little bit up in the cap. And I think we're going to add a little bit more off to the side over here. Okay, just a little bit more. Okay, why not? Let's just be a little more radical over there. All right, let me get just a smidge more water. Ooh, that's a lot of water. Let's get a little more paint. And we're about to wrap this up. Okay, so we're just over here having ourselves a very, very good time. Coming over here, adding just a little bit of blue variation. Let me get just a little smidge more water. Let's come right on up in there. All right. So that little pop of blue, a little bit of that yellow, I think we're good. We didn't add any shadow down here. We can do that easily. All right, so here we go. Woohoo. Super fun. All right, so we blend that on out to the edge. All right, let's make sure this is good over here. Just trying to get it in all of those little grooves. All right, that's a wrap, y'all. That is a wrap. I think we're good. So much fun. And you can change it however you'd like. Well, let me add myself back. Let me remove. Nope, I guess I have to remove that one. All right, well, we still don't quite have what we want, but we're getting there. All right, so let me come in close. Let me turn this light back down. You know, that's the one for me. Let me see if I tilt it just a little bit. Okay, so I really want you to kind of look, what they say, get into it. A little bit of the shadow area. You know, we improvise a little bit, adding our own little artistic flair. Ooh, that light is still bright. Let me go ahead and turn this down since we are close right here. So now this gives a better, okay, I think we're better now. A slightly better effect there. Let's see. Let me make sure I get in here and hit the right one. All right. Let me tilt it this way because then it gives you a truer color sense. What a nice study, huh? I think this is better over this way. What a nice study. And I'm looking at my screen, not right at you, because I just want to make sure that what you're seeing is more of the, there we go. There we go. I think we got it now. Doing my little YouTube point. Well, this is Bernaid Flournoy. So glad that you were able to pop on, and let me pop this back up as well. The giveaway on thepaintedpost.com. Now I have to double check. Now, if there is no address there, then that must have been for my download only. So giving 5 downloads and 5 graphite tracing sheets. Okay. So that's my gift to you this week. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be back on. Let me see. Am I going to be on tomorrow at 7? I may need to pop on early. I think tomorrow at 5. Okay. Am I going to make it home at 5? Yes. And tomorrow is going to be short and sweet. Okay. Tomorrow, what I'll probably do is part 1 and then finish up part 2 on Thursday, and then just come back and wrap it all up on Friday. And we're going to see what we're going to paint on Saturday. So Wednesday night, join me at 5 in the afternoon. I need to make sure I email my list because I have a pre-scheduled engagement tomorrow. So I'm tilting this the wrong way. I'm just holding it like the hat. All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Let's go ahead and wrap this on up. There we go. Thanks so much for joining. Is my hat laid off to the side? All right, this is what we painted today. This is what we're going to get started tomorrow, and then we'll finish this up on Thursday, unless miraculously we can get through it all tomorrow. So we'll break this up into 2 parts. So how about maybe 5:15, join me, and then we'll finish this up on Thursday. Should be at our regular scheduled time. I got to double check. Should be at our regularly scheduled time. Peace to you. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.